Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Canon EF for Randall M Roof, and because I don't have one, I'm going to make videos about it. That's right, Canon EF 28 to 300 millimeter f 3.5 5.6 L IS USM. Beautiful lens. Does all of the action happen internally instead of externally? No. But having said that, though, still a very beautiful, very powerful lens. Is it perfect? No. Are there better lenses at 28 millimeters? Yes. Are there better lenses at 300 millimeters? Yes. Are there better lenses at, say, 200 or 70? Yes. But are there better lenses that go from 28 to 300? No. And that's where this lens shines. It's your have one lens, carry it, take it everywhere with your lens. It's very beautiful, very high tech, very cool. Wish I had one. I have a 28 to 300 that's not Canon, that's not near as good, near the build quality, but I love the 28 to 300 range. That's why I have it. Do I wish it was a 25 to 500? Yeah, sure. Do I wish it was a 2.5 to 25 aperture? Yeah, sure. Do I wish it had a built-in 2.5 times teleconverter? Yeah, sure. Do I wish it had a built-in macro converter? Sure. You could do that, if you wanted to because with the new 200 to 400, they have a they have a 1.4 teleconverter. My point is you could take that and make it a 2.5 teleconverter on a hump on one side, hump on the other side of the lens. You could make it where it's a macro. So it could be done. I'm sure it wouldn't be cheap, but it could be done. My point is, the 2300 as is, pretty cool lens. Could it have some improvements? Sure, of course. Is it beautiful, high quality metal and glass? Absolutely. So let's go on. Let's see what else we can see. All right. It says thank you for purchasing. Well, if I could purchase it, I'd say thank you back, but I haven't purchased this lens. This is the PDF that comes with the lens. So keep that in mind. The powerful high-performance zoom lens for EOS cameras equipped with an image stabilizer, which is cool, and covering a wide range of focal lengths from wide angle to telephoto. Keep in mind, 50 is standard. Anything below 50 is considered wide angle. Anything above 50 is considered telephoto. IS stands for image stabilizer, and USM stands for ultrasonic motor. Let's see. So basically, it says the image stabilizer gives the equivalent effect of shutter speed of 3 stops faster, which is cool. Spheric and UD elements for truly exceptional image capability. Ultrasonic motor for quick and quiet autofocusing, which I love. Manual focusing is available. A truly round aperture hole results in a nicer background blur, which is cool. Adjustable zoom ring lets you lock at any focal length. Tight seal structure ensures excellent dust proof and drip proof performance. Meaning it's not waterproof, but it's drip and dust proof. So, in other words, if you drop it and it falls on the ground and you get a little rain on it, it should be okay. But on the other hand, if you drop it in, say, a swimming pool, no, it's not going to be okay. It's going to damage your lens. So, first of all, don't drop it. Second of all, if you're going to be outside, in the rain, that should be okay. But just, if you do something like you're going to drop it inside a swimming pool or something where it's going to be completely submerged, not a good idea. But it is weather sealed, so as long as you take reasonable care of it, it should be okay. Next page. Okay, do not look at the sun or direct sunlight, obviously. Obviously, if you go from a cold environment to a warm one or vice versa, it's going to have condensation. If you want to read all this crap about blah 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 safeties and blah blah blah, you can. Basically, it's saying don't leave the lens in bright sunlight all day because it gets screwed up. Which is, that's true of anything. So, let's see. So just make common sense stuff. Okay, here's a thing, the nomenclature for all the parts. If you're interested in that, you know, you got a place to put a hood mount, a filter mount, your zoom ring, your focusing ring, your tripod mount, your orientation lock, your knob, your tripod mount. Personally, I would take that off in everyday use because, for me personally, I'm gonna be hand holding most of my stuff. Zoom touch, you got zoom position index, focus. I mean, all you can read it instead. If you're interested in all the different things, you can stop the video right now and look at all the names. I'm gonna continue on. Mounting and attaching is pretty simple. You just unscrew the lid. Notice the mounts, the electronic mounts on the lens that will line up with your camera when you go to put it on. You're not supposed to really touch these with your fingers. And put the cap back on. If your lens is sitting out, you need to put the cap back on for protection. That's just common sense. Helps keep it clean. Lasts a lot longer. Okay. Obviously, you got manual focus mode, you got autofocus mode. And if you want to switch the focusing distance, in other words, speed it up a little bit. For example, if you know you're going to be zooming in on an item that's not too far away, you can switch it. Or if you know you're going to be focusing on something farther away, you can switch it to the longer mode. Basically, basically what it does is it says, hey, it's closer. I know I don't have to search for focus within a closer amount. Or I'm going to a farther away position. I'm going to need to check within the farther away positions. And it's supposed to speed up the focus. How much it actually does depends on your camera. And because it just does. Your camera speed is going to determine that. I mean, does it help? Yes. Again, it's going to count on your camera, the focus speed of your camera. It's going to make a big difference on that with that feature. Zooming, basically you pull in and out. The longer the zoom, the more you pull it out, the farther away you can get it, obviously. Now they've got on the right side, you see you can tighten down your lens to keep it from moving. Personally, I don't know why. This is one of the issues I have with this lens. Is the fact that you have a smooth and a tight. For example, personally, I would rather just have it where it's either locked or loose. You know, who needs 25% tight or 50% tight or 65 or 70 or 75? Most people just want it locked or loose, and I think this is something that should be changed when they upgrade to the new one. So, that's just me. Image stabilizer, personally, unless you want an effect where there's actual shake in the image, you want to leave it on. Personally, I would leave it on mode 2. Mode 2 basically says it doesn't matter if you shake up or down, left or right. I would just leave it in mode 2 and be done with it. Am I saying it right? Or did I say it right? Maybe I said it backwards. Mode 1 is the one I would leave it in. Corrects vibrations in all directions. Okay, so that's what I want, not mode 2. Mode 2 is vertical. So just leave it in mode. Let me take that back. What I said earlier. Mode 1 is where you want it. Leave it in mode 1. I don't know why. Get when you're half asleep doing a video. Yeah, you can see the difference between having a stabilizer and not having a stabilizer. Of course, shutter speed is also, and shutter speed and aperture are going to play into this as well. But having said that, of course, whether or not you use a flash also goes into it. But image stabilizer is a good feature, and I would just turn it on, leave it on, don't even think about it. Here's some more things about the image stabilizer. Nothing you really need to know. You can read it if you want to. infinity composition mark. Basically tells you whether you're focusing up close or all the way to infinity. Your infrared index. Which, how do I say this? Since most people are going to be using this camera, or this lens with a digital camera, you really don't have to mess with this anymore. This is something for infrared film. This is for film shooting. If you're shooting monochrome infrared film, yeah, you might want to pay attention to this. I haven't shot film forever. I always shot monochrome infrared film. I want to say 2 times. I mean, 1, it's expensive. 2, it's for I wouldn't say specialized, but it has its place, but it's very expensive, especially nowadays. It's more expensive, and it's just I only shot it 2 or 3 times. Back when I was shooting film, it was just wasn't an everyday thing, even back in the day. So don't worry about that. Unless you're let me say this: if you're shooting monochrome infrared film, you should know more about shooting monochrome infrared film than I'm going to talk about in this video. So you should have done your research, and you should know what you're doing. Okay. Let's all talk about infrared film. So I'm not worried about that. You know, it's hard to believe that this one of the benefits of this lens is the fact you can shoot digital or film with this lens. If you have a film camera, an EOS film camera, you can use this lens. I mean, most people nowadays just assume you're going to be shooting with digital, but that's not always the case. So I mean, it's one of the great things about the EOS system is if you have a film camera, you can use this lens. If it has the EOS mount, and the EOS mounts have been around since late '80s, so it's been around a while. So there are plenty of autofocus cameras that you could use this lens with that shoot film. So, granted, the reason people don't shoot film nowadays is 1, the convenience of digital and the cost of digital. Once you have the equipment, the everyday cost of shooting digital is basically nothing. The hard part of digital is buying the equipment. Once you have the equipment, though, the everyday cost is very minimal. I mean, it's just basically charging up your batteries. It really is. It's basically just charging up your batteries. I mean, plus doing the work, of course. You can adjust the revolving mounts, different tightnesses. It can be detached, which I would do because I would put it in my camera bag and just keep it there because most of the time I'm going to be hand holding it. But in the case I do need to put a tripod or a monopod, you do want to have this collar available. The reason I say that is because you don't want to put the tripod or the monopod onto the camera when you have this lens. You want to put the lens onto the monopod tripod. This lens is big enough where the camera is the accessory, not the lens. The lens is bigger and more robust than most of the cameras. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. So if you use a tripod or monopod, you're going to want to use the collar here on the lens and not the camera, because if you put it on the camera and you put that heavy lens on there, it could start to damage the camera because of the weight of it and gravity. So you want to use a tripod. If you're using a monopod, tripod, or some kind of potting device, I guess you want to call it, you want to use the collar. So don't throw it away. I would just keep it in your camera bag for when you need it. And again, I'm saying that because most of the time it would be freehand. The times I do tripod work is probably less than 10%. Well, I'll say it's easy less than 10% of what I do. So The hood, which I don't really like. I think this thing looks stupid. I mean, there are some hoods that look a lot better. Does it help a little bit? Yeah. Is it great? Not in my opinion. I don't use one with my camera, my 2300. For the most part, it's fine. Every once in a while, I'll get some lighting in there that if I had a hood, it would help. But there's lots of hood choices. This just wouldn't be this is the one that comes with it though. So you can attach filters if you want to. I don't mess with that because most people nowadays don't use filters because of Adobe Photoshop. You can digitally edit whatever you want to do. Some people do. That's fine, no big deal. But I personally don't, and I don't know very many people that do. Again, because of Photoshop and other programs like it, you can filter. You can do in post what most people use filters for in the field. So stitching tubes. If you want to magnify it, you want to zoom in even farther, or if you want to do some macro work, depending on what kind of extension tubes you get. Most extension tubes are usually for macro work. 2300 millimeters, 16 groups, 23 elements, F22, 40. Wow, that's weight 1670 grams, which is like double that in paper clips. They always told me 1 gram was 2 paper clips. So hood specification lens. Okay, so there's a bunch of information you can read there if you're really interested. You can pause the video and read it. And that's it. It's copyright 2004. It's 2017. I'm still looking at it. So you can tell it's been a while since I've updated this lens. Not to mean it doesn't look good or isn't good. It just I wish I had it. I wish I had a better lens. I wish I had a better camera. I wish I had better gear, but I'm sticking with what I got for now because I can't afford it. So if you'd like to help me out, please donate. If not, thanks for watching. Have a good day. God bless. If you're Canon, I'd love to have some free stuff. Send it my way. Either way, until next time, I'm Canon EF for Randall M. Rueff. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. God bless. As always, keep taking those pictures. Bye.